So, is anybody here freaked out about the climate crisis, the ecological meltdown, the collapsing economy, or the Republican dismantling of our democracy? Well, I am, and I think it's about time that we have politics that actually deals with these things on the fundamental level. In fact, I'll give you a couple of examples here about the economy. Do you know that in 1979, the top 1% had 8% of the nation's wealth? By 2007, they had 23% of the nation's wealth. What that's done is lower the amount that the middle class and the poor have, and it's done it so much so that the economy has stalled. Because what drives the economy in our society is consumer spending. So now you got these Republicans talking about more tax cuts. All that's going to do is send the economy down the crapper. Right now, we are no longer a middle-class nation. According to the last census, there are now more poor people in the United States than middle-class people. Our college students owe $1 trillion in debt, and half of them have to go home to live after they graduate. That's what's gone on. There are 4 high schools in our entire district, the 6 counties, that have shops. High schools with shops, 1 full-time teacher. There used to be 40. Okay? This is not trimming the waste. Now, why is this happening? It's because all 41 of the Republican senators meet the diagnostic criteria for antisocial personality disorder, which is a form of psychopathy. And most of the Democrats do. Check this out. Failure to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behaviors, as indicated by repeatedly performing acts that are grounds for arrest. Deceitfulness, as indicated by repeatedly lying. Impulsivity or failure to plan ahead, like no exit plan. Irritability and aggressiveness, as indicated by repeated physical fights or assaults. Reckless disregard for safety of self or others. Consistent irresponsibility, as indicated by repeated failure to sustain consistent work behavior or honor financial obligations, and lack of remorse. You only have to have 3 of those. There are 7. I think it sounds really familiar to me. Also, you know, the largest organized crime syndicate and terrorism network in world history is the Republican Party. And the second largest is the Democratic Party. So I want to ask you, pick your favorite congressman or woman in American history. What will sending 1 more of those people into Congress do? The Progressive Caucus is already the largest caucus in Congress. Nancy Pelosi said impeachment's off the table. We had 8 years of an illegal presidency. I think that's not acceptable. A couple of things here. I have a bumper sticker that tells you I'm certainly on the side of the fish. I'm against the drones in the National Forest. And I am a medical marijuana patient. So I'd like to introduce a friend of mine, John Llewellyn. You see, I'm the only guy who's willing to get arrested on the steps of the Capitol doing this. Medical marijuana has improved my life. I don't think another person should spend an hour in jail for marijuana. That's why I'm fully for legalization. Yes, we have this growing problem, but if we legalize it nationally, then we'll have more of a market from the rest of the country. Tom Hartman will start smoking it, because he says he's not smoking it only because it's illegal. So anyway, thank you very much. We have a revolution to wage. I don't think the other candidates are going to help the problems that we're dealing with, and if you agree with me, I hope you will vote for me on June 5th.